All right, today we're at Cuyahoga Valley National Park, and behind me is the Boston Mills Visitors Center. Today we're going to be exploring the secret waterfall in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, and that is Buttermilk Falls. Now, Buttermilk Falls isn't exactly top secret. Plenty of people have been there. Plenty of people have taken photos of it, but it is off trail. So technically, it's a little secretive and not everybody gets to see it when they visit here. It's really not on any of the lists. If you look up the 10 best trails or 10 best attractions at Cuyahoga Valley National Park, it's really nowhere to be found. So that's where the secretive part comes in play. Now, me personally, I've never been to Buttermilk Falls. So this is going to be a really fun experience going off trail. I know there's an easier way to get there, but I'm going to take the harder way just because that way you see two waterfalls instead of one, and it'll be a lot more fun. All right, so enough yapping. Let's get going and hit the trails. All right, here we are. This is the start of the Buckeye Trail here next to the Boston Mills Visitors Center. And this is going to lead us to Blue Hen Falls, which when we get to Blue Hen Falls, that's how we're going to get to Buttermilk Falls. So that's the first stop. And we got quite a bit of hills to go. This is quite the hilly hike, one of the more strenuous hikes in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. But without further ado, let's get away from these car noises. Let's get going. Like I said, it's just one big uphill climb. Now, I don't want to over-exaggerate, this trail isn't the craziest trail of all time, especially if you're coming from out west. This is nothing, but on a hot, humid day like this, a trail that's, I'd probably say like 60% uphill. I know there are ways that you can get to this Blue Hen Falls without going up this hike. I just kind of like to challenge myself, put myself through harder hikes. My only regret now is I should have brought a hat. All right, well, we finished the bad uphill part of the section. It probably goes for, about 0.7 of a mile, but it is pretty straight up. I mean, there's one downhill section, but for the most part, it's uphill. We're starting to really sweat. We're starting to glow and glisten in the sun. It's like overcast, but extremely humid. And it's like 90 something out, so still a fun hike, but boy, this humidity is brutal, real brutal. So we're gonna keep trucking along. Bad day to wear pants, but heck, we might have to jump in the waterfall when we get there, who knows. But hike's going well so far, and yeah, let's keep trucking along. You hear those birds though? Beautiful. You know what's bad in a hike when you're not even a mile into the trail and you're sweating like this already? My hair, man, it's like, it doesn't even feel hot, but it's just so humid. So humid. It's crazy. But actually, funny enough, we're coming up on a trailhead that's leading us closer and closer to Blue Hen Falls. And here we go. This way. All right, we're officially a mile into the trail. We're just gonna stop for a quick water break with the trusty canteen. All right, so you'll know you're getting close to Blue Hen Falls when you'll see an actual trailhead board. And then I think we're like less than a half mile to Blue Hen Falls by now. I'm getting like more and more giddy as we get closer to Blue Hen Falls, just so I can walk the creek and try to find this secret waterfall for the first time. It's gonna be really, really cool. I've seen pictures online, so I kind of know what it looks like, but I'm hoping the water flow is good enough that, you know, we can actually see a good waterfall. Which we'll get a good indication of that when we get to Blue Hen Falls, just because, you know, if that water flow is flowing good, then chances are Buttermilk Falls is also flowing. So, but obviously it's important to stay hydrated when you're on these hikes, especially when it's as hot as it is today and as humid as it is today. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Tired.
Oh yeah, it's hot out here. Huh? A little bit. Yeah, I make like outdoor stuff. You guys have water? Do you need water? You sure? All right. Slim Jims, anything? You good? All right. Some water flow, so you know we're getting close, so it'll be cool. It sounds like the water's flowing. Those two girls that I just talked to said that it was looking really good, so gets me hopeful, makes me hopeful. Let's cross our fingers. In a matter of no time, we should be there. All right, so we're gonna act like I didn't just slip and get my foot wet. But here we are. Beautiful day, sun's starting to peek through. Waterfall's looking good. There's a good amount of water flow. So while as beautiful as this waterfall is, it's not what we came here for. So we're gonna proceed with caution and continue along the creek to what will, I'm assuming, will be a pretty technical rest of our hike here. I don't know if really exactly how far away this is. I just know it's connected to this creek as well, so we're gonna find out. We're also gonna find a good spot to fill up our water jug again with some fresh cold water. So take it in. Beautiful. There's people like inside the waterfall right now. I do not recommend that. As well as swimming in the little pool under the waterfall. I don't recommend that either. It's probably just best to let people enjoy the view, and I guess it's fine to do if no one else is here, but I don't know. Messes up the vibe a little bit, but still beautiful nonetheless. I'm still a sweaty mess, and we still need to keep trekking along. So let's get to the real reason of why we came here. This is when it becomes cool. There's nobody else here. I just hear running water in my footsteps. Sun shining through at a really cool angle. Probably gonna take a few photos. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Now there's nothing to do but continue on. I just hit a big section of fallen down trees. It's definitely a technical hike, you can just tell. It's gonna be a little technical for normal Ohio trails. But boy, if you're out here and you're taking a trip here and you just want to check some stuff out and you're looking for something a little more than just, you know, your everyday on-trail activities, you have to remember you can go off trail. It is not against the rules to go off trail in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. It's one of the only national parks where you're actually allowed to go off trail. So it makes it really unique in that way. And there's a lot of these little hidden gems amongst the park that there's not necessarily trails to, but you can find. So that's what I'm sharing here today. Only thing to do now is keep going. My foot just slipped and went completely into the creek, so that's good. It's kind of a bittersweet feeling though, because the creek is decently chill and it really did cool me down. So that felt great, but what's not gonna feel great is when my foot starts to warm up again. Anyways, it's gorgeous out here, but my foot's wet now. So it's all right. We'll take, I don't know what I'm saying. Just came across another group of people looking for buttermilk. I did start finding a little trail path that I'm assuming leads to the falls. I told those people to just keep following the creek. Probably a safe bet, but I don't know. We're just kind of walking around exploring. This is beautiful. Holy cow. Now, I'm sure you're probably wondering, Gianni, why is this off trail? Why can't you find this waterfall on any park maps or anything like that? And that's simply because it technically is a part of the park, but it's not. So it's technically inside of park territory, but it's like a weird middle ground where it's like kind of private property, but it's within the national park land ecosystem. So that's why it's really not considered on trail. Now, Blue Hen Falls is, but it's just the trail is unmarked to Buttermilk Falls, but there is a trail to it, or you can just hike along the creek like I am. But yeah, so that's a quick rundown. You can do your own research if you really want to look more into it, but that's the general reason of why I have to do this, and I'm not on a regular trail that you can just find on any park map. It's definitely really, really fun to go off trail inside of the park because you find stuff like this, just hidden gems that are just really cool to witness when basically nobody else is around. You're kind of just out here by yourself, and that's really cool. So if you're physically able to go off trail like this, and instead of taking a normal trail, just take the creek, it is worth it. It's really cool. It feels like an adventure. And adventure is what it's all about, as I'm trying to get across these different rocks, doing a little technical hiking moves. I mean, guys, this is what it's all about. The adventure. Being like, well, where is it? That's what's fun. And without further ado, may I introduce you to the beautiful and secretive Buttermilk Falls. This is definitely one of the coolest waterfalls I've seen at the park, and it's not even listed on the park maps. I mean, it's just so cool because there's so many stepstones that the water goes down. And I've seen so many photos on Facebook groups and other things like that, but it doesn't really do it justice. Does it ever really? I don't think it does. It's always better to see it in person. All right, this is what we're eating today. Can life get much better? I mean, to be honest, like seriously, I don't know if it gets better than this. I guess my wedding's coming up soon. That'll probably be a little better, but this got to be close. Sitting by a waterfall. Oh my God. Eating some chicken chili. Let's give it a taste test. One bite ever knows the rules. Whew. Whew. Burn your face off hot, but my God, is it good. I was super, super hungry coming into this hike, so that just made it even better. And obviously the cherry on top, the waterfall behind me, but man, life's crazy, you know, because one minute you can be really stressed out about something, really worried about something, and then all of a sudden you're like, shoot, I haven't been on a hike in a minute. And come outside, and if you're me, you hiked a mile and a half off trail. There's nobody else here. Absolutely nobody else here. And you sit by a waterfall, have dinner, drink the filtered creek water, and have yourself an evening. And that's what I had. Life can get overwhelming a lot of the times, and man, I'm just trying to figure out how I can make this my job. How can I get paid doing this? That's the golden question. If you want to help me, leave a like on the video or something like that. I heard that helps. Man, this has been a terrific day. Thank you so much to anyone who's tuned in this far. I plan on doing these a lot. I plan on going camping soon, filming my campouts. Well, guys, this has been so much fun, and I can't thank you enough for tuning in. I hope to see you next time. Hopefully making more dinners, drinking some more creek water, and vibing out with me and chatting with me and hanging out. So I'm going to hang here by the waterfall for a little bit more, and then I'll probably pack up and be on my way. So probably go home and get a shower. So, yeah. All right. I'll see you guys on the flip.